feel more comfortable to talk, and that we are now on YouTube. Hello, Wanda. Hello, Fernanda.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, girls.
There is a little bit delay, but it's okay.
No problem, no problem. So, everybody knows how Tinti works, but I will explain a bit because we are online in live on YouTube. Maybe people don't know how Tinti works, and I will explain for you again. So TNT is a platform to talk in many languages as English, French, Italian, Spanish. Yeah, that's it. And we have some classes as well, French class and English classes. But now we just here to talk totally in English to stay in a real environment talking in English. I bring you questions about a topic, and topic today is information. It's not a class. I'm just here to host the conversation, guide the conversation, and learning a lot with you because I'm a English learner as well. And that's it. I'm not a teacher. And be fun with your colleague and be respectful as well. I will put the questions on the chat and start to present ourselves to we can learn a little bit more about us. So I will start. My name is Deborah. I'm a pharmacy student, but I'm looking for a job in that moment because I'm almost a pharmacist. And I'm learning French and English in that year. What else? Now I'm in Florianopolis, but I'm living in Alfenas, the state of Minas Gerais, because of my studies. But I'm really living here in Florianopolis. In my free time, I like to read books, essentially romance, drama, Asian dramas, animes, and let's see. I love nature, writing, and things like that. I love it. I don't like to go out, for example, in a carnival. I prefer stay at home, resting and watch something because it's my favorite thing. Just stay at home. So that's it. And how about you, Wanda? Can you present yourself, please?
I'm follow you. I don't go to the carnival. I want to stay here, resting in my house and go to the beach. I'm Wanda. I'm from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. I have 2 sons, 1 grandson, 2 daughters-in-law, and 2 cats. And how about you, Andrea?
Hello, girls. My name is Andrea. I'm 45 years old. I live in Guarujá. Today it's like raining here. As you said, I don't like playing carnival. I used to play carnival when I was younger, but I'm getting older, so I need to relax in my home. What else? I like to study English, to listening to music and drink wine. That's it. And you, Fernanda?
Hello, I'm Fernanda. I live in São Paulo. As you mentioned, I also don't like to celebrate Carnival. I prefer to stay at home, resting, or studying something. I like to read books, have a time with my family, eat chocolate, and that's it. And what about you, Natalia?
Hi, Fernanda. Hi, everyone. Just girls here. So nice. My name is Natalia. I'm 36 years old. I'm from Minas Gerais, Uberaba, not Alfenas. And I work at a university here, UFTM. On my free time, I like to hang out with my friends, watch TV shows. I love to travel as well, but when I have money. And about Carnival, actually, I kind of enjoy Carnival with my friends, but most of them are not in the seat now, so I decided to stay here just at my home and just relax. Sorry. What about you, Kelly?
Hello, my name is Gabriele. I'm 25 years old. I'm from São Paulo. I have a degree in radio and TV, but right now I'm not working. I'm looking for a job. I live with my parents. I have a cat. I like to read, to listen to music, and to watch TV shows. And I like to travel when I have money. But so it's been a while since I have gone anywhere, and I think that's it.
That's great. So guys, so girls, we're gonna start with the questions. Everybody has the questions on in the chat. Everybody can see. Okay, I will start. We'll read in the first question. What springs to mind when you hear the word information? Well, for me, it's a difficult question because information is, for me, if information is when I get a news and it's totally news for me, new for me, and I try to know more about it. It's not that's it. It's, for example, you learn when you learn information, you learn and you're not ignorant person. I don't know it in English, ignorant, maybe. You try to know about you read, you see, and you don't talk things that you don't really know as fake news. Information is when you really know and you really get some subject, for example. It's the first thing that springs to my mind. And how about you, Andrea?
Yeah, for me, the information is when we get an explanation about some subject. Maybe you like the subject, maybe you don't like, but I believe that information is like a tool that you have to, in order to take some decisions as well. That's it.
And how about you, Natalia?
This is a trick question, but I think information are facts that about someone, about something that you didn't know before and you just heard. I don't think anything else about this. I think it's more some facts that you know about something. What about you, Wanda?
I agree with you, all of you, and I add information is now a survival issue. If you don't have information, can't do anything almost, because if you want to buy something, you need a little information. Who where this kind of thing. If you want to get a job, you need information. What is that company? Information for me is an issue of survival. And for you, Fernanda?
I agree with you girls. I think information is something that you know by, I don't know, someone tell you or you search about it. Are some things that you normally didn't have knowledge before, and then you get the information. That's it. And you, Gabriele?
Yeah, so I agree with you guys. For me, I think information is a collection of data. I think that's how it says dados in English. So it's a collection of data, and it's a thing that is based on facts, based on the truth. So I think this is the information.
I agree with you. If you everybody, because information is a tool that we can open doors. You know, when you know about, for example, a job, you looking for information and how to get that job. When you wanna learn something, you get information about that, and you increase it. So information is a tool that you can reach something, for example, or a goal. So let's move on to question number 2. Are you happy with the amount of information in your head? Fernanda, can you start to answer this question, please?
Yes. No, I'm not, because I think I have a lot of information in my head, and sometimes it's difficult to handle it. And for me, sometimes it's even difficult to sleep because I'm thinking in a lot of things, things that didn't happen, and I start to imagine. And that's it. I am trying to manage this to feel more relaxed about the things that happen in my life. That's it for me. And for you, Andrea?
Yes, I totally agree with you, Fernanda, because I am like you. Sometimes I wake up during the night and start to thinking about amount of things. Oh my gosh, and I can't sleep again. So for me, sometimes a lot of information is not so good because you cannot process this properly. I think that. And you, Vandinha?
I think you need another information about about meditation. Meditation, we have many information, but in the time correctly for sleeping or for another thing, you need to focus and sleeping. I think when you take this information about meditation, would you solve this kind of thing? And okay, we had many information. We need more. Our brain have a space to all the information and more and more.
Yeah, thank you, Wanda. I will search about meditation.
And
go ahead.
And you, Natalia?
Interesting, because when I question, I was thinking about another thing, but I totally agree with the girls. I was thinking, for example, now that I need to study much more things to improve my job and some stuff. For example, the English. So I was thinking, I think I'm not so happy with the information. I think I need more information in English, in my law studies. But yes, I totally agree with Fernanda, Andrea, Wanda. Because now I'm trying to focus just what I think is important. So I try to avoid Instagram. I think Instagram and other social medias, they send us a lot of stupid information, things that we don't need, and just made us waste time. Gabi, what about you?
Yeah, so I agree with Natalia. The first time, the moment when I read the question, I was thinking about it, like information in a good thing and in a good way. Like I want to have more information about some subject. Like I want to know more about history or geography, or I don't know, or more about English because I want to learn to speak. So I think in that way it's a good thing to have a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, then you can transform it into knowledge, you know. But I also agree with Andrea and Fernanda, when we have a lot of thoughts in our minds, it can be really overwhelming, you know, with few it like it's too much. And yeah, I agree with you guys. And you, Deborah?
As Wanda and Fernanda, I think all the time, and I have so many information in my mind. And when I go to sleep, I I think a lot, and that information don't let me sleep well sometimes. And when I fall asleep and wake up, I can't sleep again because my thoughts. And what else? Other thing is I dream with my problems. For example, in when I need I study for a test, and I dream with it during my sleep. So for me, that information is not a health. It's not a total health. And I tried learning mindfulness and meditating, but I can't do it. But I might try. It's a process because it's not a thing that it will be happy so fast, because I'm an anxious person, and I think all the time, and I looking for every so many information all the time, because I feel I have so many information, but I feel that I have it not enough, you know. So for me, it's not a good thing, because it's not a help for me. So let's move on. Number 3. How, Andrea, can you start with that question, please?
Yes. How much useless information do you think you've learned? As Natalia said before, we spent a long time on social medias, and sometimes in social medias there are many useless information that, I don't know, maybe can, I forgot atrapalhar in English, and you don't focus on what you need to focus. But sometimes we can't, how can I say, se livrar dessas coisas. I don't know how to say it in English. But I believe that some kinds of some pieces of information, it's interesting. You need to know about. Thank you, get radio. And you, Natalia?
I totally agree with you, Andrea. It's difficult for us to have focus, and sometimes we just want to, we start to to look at the cell phone, and when you notice, we spend much more time than it was intended to spend. And when I read this question, I just think about the time that I spend studying for public contests. I'm a public servant, and I think I spend a lot of time studying some subjects that I never use it in my job. And to other public contests, I spend like 8 hours per day studying something that I never used, so was useless information for me. I was thinking this yesterday, actually. Maybe if I spend that time and do something that I really want to do, I don't know, I'm on a master's, a PhD, I will have much more useful information for myself nowadays. What about you, Fer?
I agree with you girls. I think we spend a lot of time at the social media, seeing news in our cell phone, Instagram, and the stuff. And I agree with you, Natalia, also about the some subjects related to. In my case, I studied business administration, and some things I learned, I never use it in my life. So this is something bad also. It's good, always good to learn, but sometimes we learn things that we never have the opportunity to use. And what about you, Banda?
I think there is not a use it less information, because if you don't use this information, our brain use it for get more memories, for over our mind for another thing of thoughts. And in social media, we have many information, bad information, but it's not totally useless, because they serve for a small talking, for example, or for a small talking in the most time. I think nothing is useless, in my opinion. And you, Deborah?
I agree with you, Wanda, because we need to take a rest of our mind sometimes. It's not we have many information all the time. Since you wake up, you get information, and it's you need to lunch. You need to do it. You need to do so many things all the time, and it's so many information for us. But some information you use more your brain, and some other information you don't use it, but you need it for take a rest of your mind. So for me, I agree with you, but it depends. If you just see TikTok all the time, all the day, do nothing productive, of course it's a useless information, because you don't use your time properly to learn something. Yeah, but I like it to learn useless information, because, for example, I like to play a cut cross. It's a game that you answer questions about knowledge, general knowledge, and when you know some information that you never will use that, but they asking for me, but I know because I see a show or things like that. So for me, it's okay, because I will use, of course, not all the time, but in that moment, maybe one day it will be important for something, maybe. And how about you, Gabriele?
Yeah, I agree with you, girls. I think sometimes um, using this information can be fun, like playing a game or small talk, like Linda said. So I also like to learn some useless infos because out of curiosity, just because I think it's fun. But we also have to pay attention what we are um consuming, right? Like sometimes these things are fake, or you could be using your time for doing something that can be more useful for you. So I think it's not totally bad, but we have to pay attention.
Yeah, I totally agree. So girls, let's move on to question number 4. Do you have more information than your grandparents? Wanda, can you start to answer this question, please? The
Yeah,
question 4.
I have more information, but if I stay in a forest, for example, I can survive with my information, and my grandparents knows about ervas. I don't know how much ervas to eat, how to cure the pain, how to take many things in the nature, and I don't know. I have no clue about. I have, if I need, I go to Google, get the information for the moment, and okay. But my grandparents have many informations about nature, and about talk with, and about gentle with another one, and how to stay together with the neighbors. It's a tough question. How about you, Andrea?
Sorry, guys. Yes, I agree with Wanda, because maybe we have more information, but I believe that our grandparents have more knowledge. So I think they have more experience in life, and they in the determinada situation they can deal with the situation better than us. I believe this. And you, Gabriel?
So I don't think I have more information than my grandparents. I think we all have like we all like a society, individuals. We have different levels of information from different things. Like Deborah, of course, know more than me about the medications and this kind of stuff. And I know more than her about communication, audiovisual, and that stuff because we are from different fields. We studied different fields, but we have like the same level of information. It's just changed the subject. So I think my grandparents live a long life, and and they didn't study like I did, but they experienced much things in their lives, many experiences. So I think they have a lot to learn, but they have a lot to teach to to bring up to us too. So I think I wouldn't say that I know more than I know more than some subjects, but they of course have a lot of information that I don't know. And what do you think, Natalia?
I agree with you, girls. And once I read something was like this, that evolution doesn't mean progress. Because if you look to ancient cultures, you see they have a lot of knowledge that we don't have. And as Wanda said, I think for us, the difference, because nowadays is much more easier to have access to information. When my grandma, probably she went to go to a library to look at a book, and I just go to Google and do and type something that I would like to know. And I think that this is the only difference. And of course, as Wanda and Andre and you, Gabi, said, they know some stuff that we don't know, because I think now the lifestyle that you have nowadays, we don't need some stuff, but when you look how anxious people are, a lot of times the ancient knowledge help the people nowadays live better with some knowledge from your antepassados. I don't know that word. I'm not sure who didn't answer yet this question. Deborah, did you answer? Sorry.
I can. I didn't, but I agree with you. Essentially, Natalia said about our anxious that they didn't have studies, but they learned so many things, experience of life, you know, and it bring us everything. For example, the possibility to talk in a computer, that knowledge bring us some that experience now. So for me, I'm not adapted that we have more information than my grandfathers, grandparents, because they have more knowledge about the life, about so many things. And as Gabrielle said, I study in an area and I know more about my area, but my grandmother, for example, didn't study, but she's learning a lot about the life, about things that I don't know. So for me, my grandmother has more information than me. Of course, as you said, Natalia and everybody here talk that we have more assessment, but we have more assessment, but don't looking sometimes all information that we need to live, because it's so many information for one person, you know. So everybody knows an issue. Everybody has an issue, and you can learn a bit with, for example, Wanda, that's a dentist, Andrea, learning a bit about her niche, and that's it. You don't need to know everything, but if you talk with each other, you can learn a bit. And as my grandmother, my mother, and my grandparents in the past, learned a lot, and I can learn a lot with it. Learning a lot with me, because I know about a bit about technology, and they don't know. So that's it. Fernanda, can you answer, please?
Yes, I agree with you girls. I think, in my opinion, I think they have more information because they are older and lived more years, so they have more experiences in life. Maybe my generation studied more, have more technical information, but we don't have so much information about life, and this and difficult situations. So I think they have more information. That's it.
I agree with you because everybody is good in an area, and you can't get everything. So you learn a bit with that person, and you teach something for that person as well. So it's a exchange. So you need to learn with your parents, grandparents, and they need to learn with us. So it's an exchange, as I said. And of course, that's it. So let's move on to question number 5. Is it important to know a lot of information in today's world? Gabriele, can you start to answer this question, please?
Sure. So that's a tricky question too, because in this world we feel like we have to know everything about everything, have to have an opinion about everything, and that is not good for us. We are already very anxious society, like we were saying. Some people have trouble to sleep because a lot of thoughts and information that is too much. We feel like we need to know a lot about things, but I think it's important. That's why it's tricky, because I think we have to know about our world, what is happening, know about the topic is important topic is in our society, to learn to learn to respect each other, to live in a society, to make it a better place to live. But we don't have to like to take it like I don't know how to explain it, but we don't have to take it like to make it anxious. Like I saw on the internet, and people are like crazy in opinion about everything, and it makes people are fighting. Instead of making a better place, it's making it worse. So I think we have to have a basic knowledge about our society, like I said, but we have just to learn a lot of information in the field that you choose to learn. To like, I want to be a doctor, so I'm going to have a lot of information about that, so I can be a good professional. And of course, I need to know about social topics and politics and everything, but it doesn't have to. You don't have to know everything. So to be a good person, you know. I think that's it. That was a tricky question. What do you think, Andrea?
Yes, I agree with you, Gabriele, because I was thinking here, it's important to know, to have a lot of information, but sometimes we need to, how can I say, we need to find a balance, because there are information that's not useful, I don't know, for us. So why you will put this information in your mind and maybe became an anxious person? But in the same time, I believe that we need to know about everything a little, in order to have a better conversation with people, in order to communicate with people. But we need to focus. For example, if I want to know about English, I will find something and I will study something, and I will, how can I say, focus more in what I want, what I like. And I think that's it, guys. And you, Natalia?
I agree. I think it's better, of course, it's like impossible to just specialize in one kind of subject. As Gabi said, for example, you want to be a doctor, You have to know a lot of stuff, but at some point you have to just, okay, I love that area and I'll be and I try to be expertise in that area, because that's the way that will be useful to the society and and to yourself as well. Because if you're good in a lot of stuff, if you have a lot of information, you probably will not do anything useful with this lot of information. So one point you need to decide to focus in one path and go through that path. What do you think about this, Fer?
I think it's important to have a lot of information nowadays, because when you want to apply for a job, normally you have to know a lot of things, and also to talk with other people. It's important to know about what is happening, and that's it that I think. Who didn't answer? Sorry. Wanda, maybe.
Wanda.
Okay, Wanda, and you.
I think, like I said in the number one, I think information today and in the past is important. All civilization have many information for surviving in the past, in the oldest past. All the time we need information. Information changes all the time too. We need today a kind of information, and in the past we need another one. But staying informated is so important to survive, to get job, for surviving. Yes, is that.
For me, in my opinion, I agree with you all guys about information. You need to be expert in that in some area, of course, but it's not enough. You need to learn other things. For example, I'm a pharmacist, and I just study about things about pharmacy. Okay, I will be a doctor, an expert on it, but if I can't looking for something else, for example, language, something, and other areas, my mind it's close. Sorry. And when you get different information in different areas, it's not to be a specialist on it, but just to learn a bit and know a bit about it. It's important because you open your mind, your point of view is different. You can talk, communicate with so many people. It's not just area, my area, for example. So for me, information, it's very important. Of course, we don't get all information all over the world, of course, but as much as possible, it's good. But you need to handle it, because we start to be anxious fast and have mental health problems if we start to be addicted with information, addicted of learning things. So that's it. So guys, let's move on. The question number 6. What do you think information economics is? Natalia, can you start, please?
I can, and I went to Google, and because I never heard this before. So it's the way that economics sorry, it's the way that information may move the things in economics. So they give it as example, like how the information can increase, decrease the prices of bookings, rentals, and I think this is interesting. And that's a kind of information. That's a way of. It's good to have a lot of information when you think about this. For example, we want to rent some place, and it's easier to find on internet, and you can see different prices. You can see something. So when you think about, when you have a lot of options, a lot of information, it's better for you to make the best decision. I'm not sure if it's this that information economics means.
Yeah.
But what do you think about, Vandinha?
I think I agree with you totally. We need to get economics information to save money and to prepare for our retirement. We need a personal information about our survival in the future, and have for a conversation, we need to know about the economics in the world, because you can prepare ourselves for many things, like increase and decrease prices of our gas, of our food, of all in summary. I think it is totally important, and all of us needs to have information about economics, if not about the world, but about our life, how to save money, how to prepare our money for the retirement, for the future, for a trip then we want to have. Yeah. How about you, Fernanda?
As Natalia, I searched about it. I understood that is how the economy can be influenced by the things that happens in the world, and I think what happens in a country or in a city can influence the way that the economy works. So that's it for me. And for you, Andrea?
Like you guys, I have no idea, but I think, as you said before, we need to know about the economic information. I think, like Wanda said, it's good to handle our lives. You need to know how to save money. We need to know where is what will happen in the country, for example. It's very important, but I have to confess that I am not so good in learning about economics, learning about politics. I'd like to learn more. That's it. And you, Gabriele?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I wasn't sure of what is about it, information economics. And I think I need to learn more about it too. But yeah, it's important for us to to know about it, to know what is happening in the economies of the world and for our personal life as well. What do you think, Deborah?
As Wanda said, it's important to know how to deal with money, because essentially economic, it's not just about the world but about us, because if we don't learn it, you you become a consumerist and you don't save money for retirement, to travel and things like that, I studied. And as you see, in Brazil, essentially, we don't know how to do with money. How we don't know almost nothing about economic, because most people has we need pay mortgage, need pay tax, and so many things. It's as in Portuguese, entalado até o pescoço, with dívidas, né? Because we don't learn it about economic. So for me, it's so important to learn since ever we a child, because we will know more about how to deal with it, and don't be a consumerist, and as well endividados. So that's it. Girls, time is over. We have just 5 minutes to the end. I will send you a link here that you can give me some ideas and give the feedback about the conversation, about the topic. If you like it, or if you don't like it, go please comment in this link. I'm so happy today because that conversation was so good for me, because I feel more comfortable with just girls. I feel it's so fun for me. The topic was great as well, because I feel I learned a lot about different point of view, and yeah, I feel so happy with you guys. Anyone can talk something before I go?
Yes, I would like, Deborah. First of all, congratulations for the talk. It was very nice, and nice. It's good to meet Natalia and Gabriele. I didn't meet them ever. And I will invite you girls for my meeting next month, please. 8 p.m. Okay? I am nervous already.
Which day, Andrea?
Sorry?
On Saturday?
No, Monday, February 20th. And 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be there.
Thank you.
Yes.
It was
I'll
awesome,
be there as
guys.
well. Go ahead, Gabriel. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I would just like to say there was a nice conversation. I also like to meet Andrea and Deborah and Natalia. I think the other ones already knew, but yeah, it was a fun conversation. I enjoyed to be with you guys today.
Thank you, girls. Thank you, girls. Thank you. I'm glad to be here, but time is over. I see you guys in the next Saturday, the same time. And of course, in Monday with Andrea, it's the first meeting, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The first
yes.
meeting.
The first meeting as a hostess. Oh, I'm nervous.
Yeah, but I'll be there, and I hope you in the next Saturday as well. So, girls,
Okay.
bye bye. See you.
Bye bye, girls.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.